Last week, my husband and I were honored to be invited to the annual CASA luncheon here in our hometown. The title of the keynote speech was How Are the Children? In this speech, the children were all under the age of 18. In our world, this question is a little more broad based. The premise was that if we asked each other this question more often, perhaps it would bring the issue to the forefront of our thinking. This week, America's Surgeon General released some heartbreaking statistics telling us that the answer to the question, How are the children? Is not good. Not good at all. Suicide attempts are 51% higher for adolescent girls and 4% higher for boys than for the same time period in 2019. The amount of trauma that students are experiencing is on an unprecedented mass scale as the isolation of the past few years has made it harder to recognize signs of child abuse, mental health concerns, and other challenges. National caseloads for school counselors average 424 students per counselor. For comparison, the recommended ratio is 250 students per counselor. How are the children? Here's some good news. They are more aware of and more self-educated on mental health issues than ever before. They are reaching out to each other, checking up on each other, and noticing things that might have been missed in the past. The children are, quite frankly, doing a better job of watching out for each other than the professionals are, and thanks to the advent of short, catchy videos, memes, and such that speak to them on their level and catch their attention in a way that the blah, blah, blah of a more traditional type of education never will, they're sharing information with each other that makes sense and is helpful to them. What can we do? We can love. We can keep the conversation going. Be attentive to changes in mood, behavior, and interest. Did you know that traditionally mental health symptoms in youth frequently become evident 10 years before they begin to be addressed? This is an issue that requires long-term investment from the entire village. We need to always make sure that we are asking the right questions and not painting the real issues with broad brush strokes of diagnoses that absolve us from responsibility. None of us are perfect. Our world is not perfect, and the future has not been certain since Adam and Eve left the Garden of Eden. We can be present, however. We can pay attention. We can take a deep breath and do our best each day. We can hold the light for others. And when we need it, we can ask others to hold the light for us. Sometimes that is the hardest task of all. How are the children? Remember that we are all somebody's children. So the question pertains to you too. How are you? My name is the Reverend Kathy Crosby, and there you have it, short and sweet.